I think I can largely be a person with a cold steel today because I am so stupid with my brain being stupid, and it's probably going to be like a year before I feel like I can get like flipped in the head again.
Yeah, I want to really request all my partners, all my dance partners, to use minimal force. Yep.
You can still get something out of this if we stop it at engagement.
Okay.
That works for you.
That works.
Obviously, you'll still need to gear up,
Yeah.
and that will be an agreement you're going to make with your sparring partner that once the engagement has been obviously done.
Yeah.
It's not a blood and iron.
No blood and iron.
Swing as hard as possible.
This is not the Saber Legion either.
I still love the blood and iron disallows handshakes in your club because they swing so hard they keep breaking each other's heads.
That's not the point of this company.
No, it's not murder sword.
On the other hand, if you can extend your hand, Morgan has trained himself to do this. Just touch your glove or the tip and then back out.
Ooh.
Which is, on one hand, awesome, on the other hand, it's really, really hard. It's like, you know, we do want some martial intent.
The lightest boot ever.
The lightest move ever. Yes.
Now, obviously, there needs to be some limits to where the guy with cold steel can go. Only because I don't want you guys literally starting next to each other. So you will be roughly opposite each other. Somewhere in between the arms.
Remember when I first started HEMA, unofficially, I was like, we saw the video of people breaking cinder blocks with cold steels, and we're like, we need to get these, this is the stupidest idea ever. And I made a gorget, just a gorget, and got hockey gloves. And then I broke both my first pinkies, and I got clipped in the face and got a hole punched in my face, and then I got helmets.
All right, so Ashanti, you can go between that blue mark and that blue mark.
All right.
In that corner.
Yeah, I got it.
Obviously, I don't this blue mark and this blue mark.
You're starting that side?
Sure.
So, he'll be looking at me, you'll be looking at Ashanti,
But before we do that,
and at some point, Ashanti, this is going to be important for you as well. Start with the sword up like this. At some point, when you are good with wherever you are, drop it horizontal for Justin's head. I'll do likewise. It might not be the same time. I might drop it and Ashanti won't. Ashanti might drop it and I won't. So, Justin, look at Ashanti. No, I'd like you to hit this. I want to make sure that, Justin, you can hear this. Good. Justin, I'd like you to hit the full steel on Ashanti. Good. Good. All right. All right. 2, 1.
maybe 1-1. I'm not sure that I really hit you. I couldn't hit your mask. I wasn't sure.
You did hit my mask.
Okay.
2, 1. We'll do 3 exchanges.
Okay.
I think they already over.
Arm.
Okay. Was the amount of force okay? That one?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Clear. You're officially disengaged, so. So that's 3 exchanges.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. Yeah. Close in all cases.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Shanti, are you willing to be my combat partner for the next round?
Sure.
So
leave the sword in the corner.
your swing spots. Studying that.
No?
Oh,
Wait, what?
Oh, you want to fight him? Fence.
no, okay. No,
Yes.
this is good. They're in
No,
gear.
no,
yet.
no, no, please.
They're still in gear, so like you could do another round.
I'd like to do 2 rounds with 2 partners and then take my gear off for a round.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and gear up. And
Okay.
I guess we'll grab one of the bolsters.
There we go.
And as usual, we'll stop at the engagement.
Yep. Justin, feel free to wander around that corner as much as you want.
Sure.
Good. 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 Yes.
Yeah. Engagement, right?
Engagement.
It's engagement.
Yes.
I was going with engagement and threat, but yeah, I like that. Let's do engagement.
Just engagement. This is a distance drill. We're looking to engage. So that first couple of swings,
Okay.
Hildo initiated the engagement, but you didn't respond to his blade or really get a good engagement on him.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
We'll try again, right? Because getting practice.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Very good structure.
And good.
Very good structure.
Right corner now.
The corner.
All right. And good.
Yep. Very good
That was
stuff.
okay with you?
That was great.
4 small cases?
Yeah. There was also really good structure on your stuff.
Trying to take what I learned in rapier in longsword.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to do that still. All right, done.
Salute us to each other.
Okay, just facing home.
Scott, Justin, nice to meet you. Good. Okay. Great. Good. I see that's about 2 and 2.
Yeah, and I think the only small flaw I saw was the level you dropped your sword slightly on the ledge, which I did in our first stage, or not like your last stage, or just you dropped your sword ever so slightly on the ledge. Not like you did this
Yeah.
before you could really hit it.
Okay.
Or engage with his leg.
Okay.
Let's try one more.
Yep. Do one more. Good.
Good. Yep. All right. You want to put on some gear?
Yeah, I could put on some gear. Let's see how this works.
This is very interesting and good.
You want to hold? Sure.
How are you feeling about this drill? Like,
It just took me I think I just need to get used to it for a little bit more.
I
Calibrate.
think it would probably be more powerful if one of the two sides briefed in a specific thing.
Yeah. After this round, we'll do a little bit more of the cold steel fellas will coordinate with each other as to what they're going to do. So intentionally get closer, intentionally not drop, all that kind of stuff. This round is a little bit more just getting used to the format of the drill or the sparring game.
First time I see you doing that under your jacket. Makes much more sense.
That's how I always do it. That's why you can never tell if I'm wearing the hard elbows or not. I want to do something interesting today, so I'm going to make sure that I can put the elbows.
Do you have any padding in the elbows, or you just have the arms in there? Oh, no, they're padded elbows. You have padded elbows. Yeah.
No, they're what you call skaters elbows. I know why I picked up the hat. I was aiming for the sword.
I mean, defense of the hat. There's some Wayfair treaties for that, right? Well, you need a sword and a hat.
Sorry, that was a double.
Yeah. Negative one.
You get a double, I'm afraid.
What's that?
I think you get a double. I hit you here, you go with the tip of my hands.
This has got to lay on here. I didn't actually get
Okay.
max.
So
Though I don't think I had good structure for the top of your hands.
that was a Morgan touch.
More in touch. But we broke.
Okay, Justin, I will take the old steel.
Is that a reason you were good getting us out of between the two blue?
What? You. Wait. Yeah, okay. No, because I'm out of order in the sense of order. Anyway, I'm here now, where I need to be. Everything is chaos all the time.
Yes. We do like.
Patrick and I had the same plan.
I'm not sure what exactly hit my forearm.
It was the weak. I mean the
The strong.
The strong. Yeah.
I thought it might have been the cross.
Yeah. I think you hit I hit the shield. You hit the shield.
Okay.
Yeah. So, good thing Southern Meyer.
Alright. That's three unless you want a fourth one.
All right. One more.
Nah, it's not good for purpose.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't really see an engagement start. I saw
No.
both people trying to hit.
No, there was no engagement there.
Yeah.
You're both being real tricksy. It's like you're in a Meyer club.
Well, Patrick and I clearly had the same plan at some point, which is to enter from below like this.
Yeah. Let's try to do that.
Because
And
if
do a
somebody
disengage
doesn't
to the ground.
expect that, if somebody doesn't expect that and comes in like this, you get them once.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, we,
Yes.
that was a double disengagement.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Shelby, you want to walk in one more?
Yeah, okay.
Me?
Yeah.
My last one? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's worked at Patrick either.
Okay.
They. I'm a they.
Sorry, I apologize.
Oh, sorry.
It is,
It's been for a long time. I've not
and
taken time.
hard to learn. And I told you.
You're good. Like, I forget my own pronouns, So it's fine.
Which way do you want me?
Just anywhere between that
Somewhere
somewhere
in
and
here.
that
Oh,
mark.
there it is.
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Other clock. The bigger clock was out there.
Yeah, that was a flooding on here.
I know.
Maybe stop. Maybe Shanti stop. That's the sword's head.
Straight to hands.
Right.
Yep, man. Good. Do one more if you want. I have gear on. You do one more if you want.
Sure. Do one more. Got it over, got the hands.
Yeah.
Is there any pair that don't work together?
I think we got every permutation.
Yeah.
If people allow me to strip off my jacket and
This is very-
Yes. Pop the jackets off for a moment, and we're going to discuss both what happened, what worked well, what did not work well.
Observing a few rounds, the person who strikes a sword
Yeah.
seems to have distinct advantage. Because they know when the engagement, they essentially have control of when the engagement starts, even though like they don't really, but they know when the engagement's starting.
I
Good.
actually disagree. There are several cases where a sword was offered to me and I didn't hit it because I wanted to be able to turn around. Because if you hit the sword and then turn around, whereas I hear it and immediately turn around ready to execute my plan, I have just seized the ball.
There's
That's evil, but that's one way
Well,
of doing it.
no, because what you're talking about is seizing the boar, taking the initiative to start the action, well, working in the boar,
Or-
working in the active role. What Hilda is doing, that would actually be the seizing of the boar.
No, I actually think what Hilda is doing is knock in the palm, knock offers strikes. Überlaufen and knock offers strikes. So it's technically a knock rising. You're waiting,
Yeah.
you hear the thing, and then you respond to
You
what he's
are
doing. You're moving in the knock.
extrapolating
Yeah,
Technique.
whichever. Yeah.
into
But
tactics.
Yes. Yeah.
Because this is before the war has started.
Yes.
Well,
It's-
yeah.
I basically, if you wait for the other person to hit and you're not trying to take that cold steel hit yourself,
Yeah.
you have gained half it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seizing the war, seizing the initiative.
But then, if you're in large enough distance that you can't immediately reach the other person, none of this matters.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
But when Patrick and I started jamming, we were within one step range of hitting each other, and it was
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah, actually, I'd say that probably my biggest failing and why my exchanges were probably the messiest of them all was I was so intent on getting in and doing something without taking that moment of, I actually do have a moment here to make a decision about what I'm about to do.
I've made that decision before it turned out.
you know, I didn't at all. I was just find the sword. My brain now has just gone in to find the sword every time I get into a situation. He goes, where's the sword? Bind with it. Find it, bind it. And
That's
what
one
you
of the
do.
reasons why my bicorno worked, because I had planned to do the bicorno before I turned around.
Yeah. And it's super useful. Your bicorno, your binding is getting really good, and I don't know how to deal with it. It's pretty good.
It's actually really simple to do it. It's step of finance first.
Okay.
Just Hands over up here.
But not over a step off line, go under?
Doesn't matter.
Just a line. So let's now we need to grab this over.
Actually,
If you go to bicornal, okay? So what I need to be successful, that's M1.
Oh, this might be why Fiore tells you to step out to the right, not into the left. Where
The
Lictor
left
Howard
works-
tells you to step to the left.
Left works equally well.
Yeah, but you're giving, I got you.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
well,
giving.
there's the other aspect of this. If you go to my corner,
You gotta clump
This,
it.
yep,
the crump actually works really well,
Yeah.
and then you can continue to line.
yes, but at a risk. Yes.
At a risk,
That's
and
why
there's
we-
better windings than what I just did.
And that's why we get robots, because we anticipate the other person is going to do this. We work together too much. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, understood, thank you.
Do you want to just try this with a steel?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yes. You have just validated moving off to the right. That was
I
not
mean-
a thing that I was thinking about.
Off to the right, it's always been valid.
No, just for my brain, not saying validated objectively.
It's also really useful in some version of the universal pair. But okay, so if I'm planning this,
Yeah.
I'm coming in like this, okay? Now, in order not to step, I want you to step and slide the blade at the same time. So,
Good.
me, step and slide, yep, that's what you're doing.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
And ideally, right now, you're moving this. Ideally, what you should be doing, moving this.
Moving up, winding up, winding.
No.
No.
Extending.
Trying to move the
Long.
strong of your sword on my blade. So this is sort of. So at this point, if you move in,
Yeah.
you should not be doing this because you're moving your weak on my strong. What
Yeah.
you should be doing is this.
Yeah.
That may sometimes be up, sometimes it's down.
Got it, okay, got it, got it, got
It
it,
is
got it.
called, getting superior grade in Bolognese over here.
Got it, very good.
Yep. So
Okay.
let's try again.
Superior
Yes.
grade.
Yeah,
Okay.
see what you're
That looks
doing?
much
Much
better.
better. Because now you
Good.
can push me offline if you want to.
Back.
Yeah? Does that make
Yeah,
any sense?
it makes
Let's
sense.
try it on the other side. So we're still biting on the same side. Now I want you to step to the left while doing the same thing.
Okay. Back, and I was trying to fight you before. That's what I was trying to do before.
Yes. Yeah? But now, actually when you do it, move your arms to the right and step to the
Think.
left. Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. So
So
you're
you're, not like that, so,
clearing.
clear.
It's not quite as clear, it's an outside right.
It's an outside one.
I mean, it's
Yes.
not a strike into the
Yes.
clear,
But it's also the third play of the
Yeah.
So wait, what?
valid.
Back. Back.
Yeah, you don't even have to line.
Okay. So. Back. Back.
Yeah? Any orientation works,
Yeah.
but in this case, the flat gives you some advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, you do need to start to cross the hands to
Yeah. Try again.
pass the point of the blade.
So,
Back. Yeah, my corner on my face.
and
Yep.
there.
Yeah, that's it. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
You have a range of options.
Yeah.
The key thing not to do is to get stuck into a strength fight with somebody who's planned it. Right? So what you're doing first is, I can push through
I was
this.
trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to play with.
Yeah, as
This
long as that
aspect.
works.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because I'm here like this, I have invested in going this direction.
I got it. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's it. That just landed.
Yeah.
If they're strong, don't be
Thrust
strong.
would have landed.
Yes.
But don't be strong. If they're strong, don't try to strong against their strong.
Yes.
Like, yeah, that makes sense. That's what they tell you in the book.
Okay.
And the book says don't be strong against strong. And I did that.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yep.
All right, so.
I'll
attention
read the
side.
book. Okay.
Well, I hope that worked.
Yeah.
Same is true for sort of a break.
Yeah. 100%, yeah.
This is out of the way more.
That's why if they're like neutral or weak, you do Fox or whatever. But you don't do that if they're like, yeah.
Really deep attack.
Really be effective.
He's really good at deep attacks.
Yeah.
Is that nothing? That's some background.
The foil, I mean.
Hmm.
All right, so this second round, again, pair is going to be geared up, pair is going to have gold steels. Before starting, the pair with the gold steels are going to meet in a neutral corner while the other two are in another neutral corner, and they are going to discuss what they're going to do, where they're going to be, when they're going to drop the sword.
Okay.
So this time there is some obvious coordination and conspiracy between the two with the gold sticks.
You just wanted to use these again, didn't you?
He wants to get rid of them, like damaging them.
Yes.
No, I want to see how long it takes.
Sorry, I'm gonna grab my.
No
Hew
problem.
through them. How long is it? Hew through them.
It's actually quite interesting being able to see and hear definitively when a strike is good and when it's not.
You mean on, yeah.
Well, anyways, yeah. All right, so. Which side do you want? One flat or the?
Oh, no.
Flat. All right. Let's go on this side. That's possible. And make sure it's flat. This way, possible. That much possible. Good. Around it. Drop the sword. We'll have drop the sword. So,
Yeah. Disarm. Disarm.
Good.
All right.
Sorry, I shouldn't count three out loud. It's just everything's been happening so quickly I haven't had to. All right,
That's three.
that's three.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
All right.
You want to hear?
Yeah. There you go.
Sorry.
You good?
Conspiracy time. What's not too long? Corner up or flat?
Flat.
All right.
Ready.
Yep. I was also right in the head.
Yep.
Go.
Sorry, was that too hard?
No, just remember, no boots. I got no boots in the head. It's good though. Yep.
Good.
Very good.
Good.
Yep.
See what I was doing?
Well. This?
And left-handed first on the right side.
Okay. You cross your hands and shake your hand. Yeah. Interesting.
All right. Xavier?
Sure. I will say that Shieldhawk didn't land hard though, so.
So that's a relief, okay.
So I know, you didn't hit me hard, but it was a good Shieldhawk.
The other way. First one, second one. Left, one, left.
Good. Bad footwork on that. That was the wrong footwork on that. I know what I'm doing, I just didn't do it right. Yeah.
Ooh, sorry, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
Sorry, I think I switched up the first and second rounds.
Or I did, doesn't really matter, it still worked.
Nope.
Okay, you want to put some gear?
On to put on some gear. I'll let you guys
Just
inspire.
second
how
round.
you'd like.
Sure.
Think you do two in a row or one?
No,
You okay?
no, I'm frustrated.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like hurt, I'm annoyed because like, the first one made sense, the second one didn't. I mean, the second one was great because you just kind of came to the hands, which I knew what I was supposed to do there, I was supposed to come down here. And the third one was just a duplier, and I shouldn't have fucking done that, fall for that. Which is, I'm not upset, I'm just like, I've been working on some like conceptual ideas in my head about how to solve these problems, and I didn't do them.
Oh, too much.
Yeah,
We'll call them confounding variables.
yeah. I didn't do them. Like the solution for dupliering is this. If you do it, I'm supposed to wind up to the strong to catch your weak at my strong, right? I didn't do that, I just got dupliering in the head.
Alright, so who am I facing off against?
You go against a Shanti?
Okay.
Which one up?
Interested?
You and I will be
Yeah.
facing off
Okay.
against each other.
Let's conspire right outside the door.
Yeah.
Just remember, sometimes it's a failing in tactics. Sometimes it's not.
The second one was a failing on reaction time. The
Mhm.
first and the third were failing in tactics. I had to choose, that's all tactics.
Was it necessary in tactics, or did they bait you properly?
Yeah, okay. All right.
I think sometimes it's not failing in tactics, sometimes it's just they did the right thing better.
Yeah. That seems right, yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry, Sean.
Sorry about that. I can't bop you in the head. You can't bop me in the head.
Yeah, I think yours came.
Yeah, it was flat.
Little miry.
Yeah, a little
A
minor.
little minor, it's a little slappy. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. It didn't quite work, but that's what I was trying to get Justin the first time.
Okay, take this,
Yeah.
and we'll gear up, and then we'll go to the
Sounds good?
Yeah. So, to explain the thing I wanted to tell you earlier, this thing where you try to step left and force the overcut.
By the way, Shanti, you need that cold steel.
Well, I will.
You need to conspire, you need to conspire. That you
Conspire.
stand on the doorway.
Yep, let's do it.
It's fine. I'll show you what it is later, but it actually in effect looks, and I want to make it work well. Yeah, the play is this. So if you come up for the same play, the plug in, and then you come up, and then you come up. The play is to cut this way. You're supposed to start under and end up over. Does that make sense? And it didn't work because I tried to go under and force you over and just drop the sword on my head, which is what you were supposed to do when I do dumb shit like that. Yes.
All right.
There.
Yep.
Surveyed right?
Yep.
But I didn't properly defend myself because I'm not that good a lefty.
So, for that first time, I was set up facing Shanti and Iron Gate, and as soon as I heard, we turned around into
Yes.
Forced.
Whereas I came down like this. We both hit each other on the arms. Whereas if I'd done the regular shield, I probably would have been great.
yeah.
You would have lost it if you it was your.
I'm not sure actually.
Because if he steps offline after, he stabs you in the face.
It was,
So, because we're also really close.
yeah,
Yeah, we're basically the same results.
rather than the same result.
You really, the problem with a plan, if you both make a plan before you turn around, is you can really have an incompatible plan.
I made 0 plans. That's why I didn't have any compatible plans.
Yeah, you also got hit.
I'm not saying I didn't do it well. I'm just saying that.
Is it you and I?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, when you step outside, go,
Yep.
something like conspire.
Okay. Okay.
Hey guys.
So what are we doing?
I guess I can stay here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. One second.
Yeah, I think you got a better one there. Good.
Ooh, nice.
That was pretty.
Okay.
No, that was good. That's fine.
You missed one key part, like you hit, but there's no blade engagement.
Yeah.
So you missed out on potential points.
Yep.
Oh no, he doesn't have a hand and you lost points.
Well,
Well,
That was in the point drill one, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a good hit. That was a good.
so Patrick, once I checked my jacket, the fear resistance drill that is really good for relative beginners
mm-hmm.
is something you can do with at least 2, but as many as 4 students. Actually, you can go all the way to 6. Justin and I have done this drill, so we can probably repeat it pretty quickly. If you have a sword, it doesn't matter if it's a cold steel or not.
Okay.
And if you have a sword, okay. I face Justin, and behind me, Patrick shoots one of the canonical KDF guards.
So,
Yeah, it's cool.
Plantog, Ox.
One of the 4 canonical guards.
I'm just making sure. Plantog, Ox, Food, and
Holder.
Holder.
Yeah. I turn around. Okay, you need to have a suitless guard before I even do anything. Okay,
Yeah.
I turn around. You are in a guard. I immediately step in and do the appropriate thing on the appropriate side. In the meantime, he has assumed the canonical guard. I turn around. I do the appropriate thing, etc. Now, if Ashanti plays again, we can go basically 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. You can have a director who tells the next person what guard to assume.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have more space, you can have 2 steps before you do a hit, rather than just spin around and do a hit.
Like adding
And then
adding
you
distance.
can come closer and further away
Yeah.
while the other person doesn't look. So it's a really simple game to teach people the right response.
Mm-hmm.
There's a version of that that Steve Liani was very good at, where if a person is in one tab, okay, and then steps back, you're supposed to thrust in this.
Nice. Yeah.
So that's a really nice turnaround game for junior people that is easy to learn, very tiring, which is also good. You're like in the box for 10 or so, and then you are issuing guards.
Yep. Nice. I like that. It's definitely a good drill.
And I'm sure you can do a version of this for canonical exchanges in Fiora.
Plays, like you can extend it to plays or like
Oh yeah.
And then there's
just kind of grab this one.
Oh yeah. Actually, it's
And you can do it with
it's great times to get water.
And you can do it
So,
with blindfolds and all these kind of things.
yeah, one of my favorite Tristan drills. I love this drill. This is one of my favorite drills. This is the drill where you close your eyes, you begin your attack, and then you open your eyes mid-attack, and you have to deal with whatever the person is doing at you. And it was one of my favorite like panic drills, and it's supposed to deal with like turnarounds and changing your mind, or like reacting to what your opponent's doing instead of having a plan. So you can have a plan, but it doesn't work if the person swings at your leg. Yeah, it was one of my favorite like drills.
So what is our next thing that you have planned for us today?
So the next thing is going to be we'll have chest protectors and jackets for days and masks. It's trying to put together all the things that we had done last week. So we've done a lot of turning and striking. So the next game is going to be thrusting and centering.
I would really like it if it involved one person in a high guard, one person in a low guard, so we learn how not to get hit in the hands and cutting.
So
You don't have to do
it's
that.
the idea I had in my head, and definitely needs refinement, is basically two people start. And they both start in a guard. So whatever guard you choose,
Yeah.
and then you can either take a step back, or a step forward, or a step to the side. But it has to be a discrete 1-2 step. 1-2 step.
Yeah.
1-2 step. And when you think you can get a thrust with a step, and so you can do a 1-2 step to pass through, or a 1-2.
Okay.
But it's 1 foot move, other foot move.
Each
Right.
foot moves once.
Each foot moves
You need
once,
to land a thrust.
and it's stepwise. So I move, goes move. Now, obviously, being in here, I can respond to the thrust. So, like that,
Respond.
and then
He can step.
counter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get one step with the counter or a
Yeah,
double step?
one step with the counter.
So, okay. Only one
So-
foot moves.
Initial person can double step, single person.
But
other
the
person.
counter is a single step.
That's, okay.
And we're basically go, so if you step back and I step back, forward, okay. Now I think I have the opportunity to move. And we're done. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
So this,
Can you do this with your gear? Because this is a low chance of head hit, but there is some chance of head hit.
I mean, I think I'm probably gonna get that. Like, the amount of head hit that I got so far has been fine, but I'd like no more of them.
Yes.
So-
So this, I'm going to switch to lighter gloves.
there.
Actually, I'm just going to put my flexi gloves.
So this definitely rides the line between a drill and a sparring game. It's drill-like in that it has this described action, 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 done.
Okay.
The described goal. But
Yeah.
it still has that uncertainty and sparring aspect to it because there's no prescribed guard you're in. You're reacting in time to what the other person is doing, so the entire stepping back and forth, I might want to change guards as I'm moving. So all that variability definitely makes it a little more into the realm of the sparring game. But
Ashanti, let's do 2 rounds of this at half speed.
Okay.
While Patrick and Justin verify that we understand the game correctly.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I would go for the girls and game one more time.
I'm gonna get some water and then we'll. Quick.
Okay. We start out of range. Okay? If I start, I get 1 step with each foot.
Then I think I don't think I can hit you quite yet.
So you get 1 step with each foot. Okay? But now I think I can hit you. So I'm going to land a first in left box.
Okay.
Yep. Do 1 step.
Stab you in the shin.
Stab me in the shin.
Stab you in the shin.
All right.
Lowest opening.
Lowest opening.
I just need a crossing of the sword this way. with 1 foot obviously stepped forward as if you had just cut. And now take a single step back. And we have a starting point.
Okay. Shanti, let's assume the starting points.
All right.
Okay.
Starting
This
point.
time you start.
Okay. That was goofy.
That was goofy. That's why magnets are goofy.
Magnets are goofy. Okay. Good.
Okay. Now, set. Go.
Enough.
Yep. One step every
As soon as you start taking another step, you're done.
Okay.
Okay. This time I will take the initiative. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm.
So, Shanti started twice. You want to do a second start?
Sure.
Oh.
That was intensely evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do I just don't defend that? Yeah, defend that by moving.
Yes.
Yeah, just don't be there.
Yes. Try it again because it was a very evil one.
I like it. Try it again. So please.
And you're done. Yes.
I defend by moving on by pointing.
Okay. So you start.
Okay.
It will be our last one. It's first zone, right?
First on.
Okay.
Ah.
Ah. Good.
Okay, this is interesting. That was
Did
good.
we stay? We go with your stick?
That was really good. I did not expect to get stabbed in my right leg.
By the way, Ashanti, I'd like to remind you, you do not have to stay in Vom Tog.
Yeah. I just keep doing it. Okay.
Hey, Justin starts the first one. Foot in the proper position.
Yeah.
Okay. Go, Justin. And stop. Reset. Shanti, you have the initiative.
Initiative, okay. So we're not fighting the bond top. Let's find out. How do I not fight the bond top? Yep, that was right. That is the solution to that problem.
Okay.
Why
Reset.
you don't-
Justin. Reset. You have the initiative.
What?
You have the initiative.
Okay.
And stop. Reset. Go to your position. Shanti. You will start. Shanti, at one count.
I keep doing this overcut. I don't like it. But I stop.
And reset. Last one.
It keeps going too high.
Positions. And Justin, you start. Okay. Patrick, you want to work in?
Unless you want to work with Justin, then I'll do the
Over
three
to
in a row.
Justin. Okay.
start or do I?
Somebody should call it.
You go.
Who's you?
That's you that I'm pointing at.
Okay.
Good look. Nice.
I didn't touch you with a crude if I hit this.
Hey, Hilda, you're doing the computer shoulder thing. I'm just saying it out loud so I know I did.
Good, thank you.
You're up.
First initiative, you do?
I guess I did. Last one. Yep. Good, got me. Houston? All right, Patrick. Okay, ready? Nice.
You okay?
Yeah. Chest protected. It's good.
Good. Yep.
Not good for either of us. Well, we were both alive.
Yeah, we're both alive.
What are you supposed to do from a position like that?
Okay, let's go back.
Come on.
Okay, what I'm supposed to do is this.
Yeah, that's what your clearance for. It's when you get stuck.
Or alternatively, this.
Because you're a
Or
wrestler.
any of the Durchlaufen kinds of things. Or alternatively even, the Tourette thing.
Got it.
But we digress.
Yoshigari.
That's it?
That's right.
Computer shouldering again. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Alright, that was full. Thanks. That was part 5.
The thing I've been doing to correct that is I was watching this YouTube video about a guy who's like, how to fix your posture, and he's like a bodybuilder. He's like, you hold your neck up with the front muscles. If you hold your neck up with these muscles, your spine is always straight. It's, yeah, and it's like, it's not hold your shoulders back, keep your neck.
You'll see how that you're going to work.
Yeah, it does. It does do that.
Dive down and keep moving forward, keep your muscles straight and back to this. I'm interested in seeing if you can do the things you want to do like that.
Nice.
After we're done, I have a secret to tell you.
Yeah.
Definitely had some dressing on me on there, but
Yeah.
Just remember to think of my
yep. That's one. So, the secret. This is no slower than this. So, you look at this and go, oh, that's going to take forever to move. It really doesn't. In fact, I think I had planned this on my back. So when you came in, I cut down to the shield. John?
Yeah. It's that trick where if your abs are engaged, everything moves faster. So the higher up your sword is, the more engaged your abs are.
In this case, it's the lats.
Yeah, the last. Don't disengage, bring them in the war. Just
And was that first really at first? More like a cut.
It's coming over on top to thrust in.
Okay.
One of my favorite things to do from longtail.
First, yeah.
Problem is, I need to get used to taking a step offline before I do it.
You're basically thrusting it right now.
Because I keep forgetting to do the step offline first. It's your initiative. Fail to follow up the crump with a thrust of the opening.
yeah. I knew what I was giving you. I was seeing if I could get this, but then I realized that's not a sparring game. That's too many steps. So I screwed myself.
I mean, you could have made that attempt, because that is the counter.
Yeah.
Because if you're, let's step back into it.
Cool.
So I was here.
Yeah, but then you get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why it's a shitty choice.
Almost be better to do a snap from there.
Yeah.
I think it's why they never tell you to fence from left off, because it looks like it works, but it doesn't. Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it does not.
It does not work.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, guys.
That, by the way, was fucking counter to the two I wanted to do earlier. It's the wind up to ox.
Yep.
If someone declares you, you wind up to ox. You can do it.
Wie spät ist es jetzt?
Hmm?
What time is it?
It is 7:30.
Ah,
Yeah. It's time to. Sorry, 2 minutes to 7. Close enough.
Good enough.
Close enough for government work.
all right. How do you all feel about this class, these sparring games?
Good.
I like the second one a lot.
Yes.
Second round, the conspiring.
No, the pause sparring, like the 2 steps.
Oh, yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially for somebody like I am, I think a lot of times an equity professor. So decoupling that from that is
Yeah.
very good.
This game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This changes it to chess.
Yeah.
It makes it very cerebral and very much something you're thinking about